You are now listening to Nexxlegacy Radio, a radio station for the people.
No sweat, man. You are all good. This is Outlaw Culture Radio. Got the hip-hop icon guy, Vinnie from Naughty by Nature in the building. What's happening, Vinnie? Long time no hear from.
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
Man.
We out here, you know?
Man, blessed on that path like you are, man. It's not, I mean, you know, it's been a minute since we chopped it up, but I'm definitely glad you're here to be able to speak to the fans and stuff like that for a little bit. But I see by the mixtapes and the videos, you've been keeping yourself busy. You and the squad, right?
Yeah, definitely. We've been out there, man, using these viral tools, and these are the same tools everyone has access to. It's about who use them and who grinds with them, you know?
No doubt, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure people, if you don't know, you know now, definitely go to naughtybynature.com so you can be able to grab that mixtape, Garden State Greats. So how did that all come together, and how quickly y'all pushed that out there to be able to put it out to the masses?
Right, well, that was a project, like, in our downtime, you know, I guess after the year 2000 in between, and after we did the Icons album, Tretch and Sam from the Rotten Rascals, they were working on that project, the Garden State Greats, and it was actually Sam from the Rotten Rascals' brainchild. He was like, you know what? There's a lot of underground Jersey cats, and everybody, the South, the West Coast, everybody got their movements. Jersey has to get their own movement started. So you do Garden State Greats, and you grab all the young, hungry rappers from Jersey and put them under the umbrella and have everybody work as a collective movement. They had been working on that for a while, and it's just when we hooked up as Naughty again with KG, we put out the two records, Get to Know Me Better and I Got a Lotta, and K was like, you know what, we got a lot of love from the streets for I Got a Lotta, so we should do a mixtape and then use the Garden State Great guys in there, you know? And basically that's how it happened. So we got with Tretch and Fan and their whole clique and made it happen.
And it's perfect timing, especially now when, I mean, you know, we didn't talk about this before, Vin, especially like, you know, the current state of hip-hop, and, you know, we didn't ran through that whole thing to the death, but, you know, my thing is, because to me, I always go by hip-hop as far as how it makes another person feel, the positive vibe that it gives out and stuff like that or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? What with you guys coming back, to me, I feel like you guys are needed, just for the simple fact that putting stuff out there, going back to the grassroots of how fun it should be, how motivational it is, and stuff like that. To me, I think, you know, well, I'm just saying it, me personally, and I know it's a lot of fans out there that's going to definitely appreciate you guys, and thank you for not just for this Garden State Great mixtape, but also the project you guys are working on right now.
Exactly, man. So, and for us, it's been like, basically, us as Naughty by Nature, we never stopped touring, you know?
Right.
Not since day one. And then, you know, when Kay took the break in 99, 2000, Tretch and I kept going, you know, all the way into mid-2000s. And we were like, you know what? It only makes sense. We know we'll tour forever. The phone won't stop ringing, you know?
No
so
doubt.
we're blessed to tour forever because of our legend. It only makes sense to, you know, keep participating and keep competing and keep being creative and giving them more music, man. So basically, that's what we're doing.
Why do you feel that a lot of people? Well, I mean, I think I already know the answer to this, but why do you feel like a lot of people, you know, is kind of like, you know, wow, we need Naughty back, we need so many people back just so they can be able to kind of, you know, give us that hip hop vibe no more, as compared to, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, the current state of hip hop is not motivational, but people tend to go back to the grassroots versus, you know, some of the current stuff today. Why do you think that's the case right now? Do they just, is it more like a nostalgic type of thing, man, or is it just kind of like, you know, it is what it is when it comes to this hip hop thing?
No, it's a thing called time, you know, and sometimes we as people, we get stuck in time, and things move on with or without us, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's more of a generational thing. The hip-hop that you grew up on, the hip-hop that I grew up on is different, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
It's different than the generation before us. So now these kids are growing up. My 19-year-old niece My 12-year-old nieces and nephews, these guys have that passion in their ear about hip-hop, the way, passion in their eyes about hip-hop, the way it was when I was 13 and 12 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they love Drake. They're loving the Nicki Minaj. It's their generation, you know, and they deserve it. They love their Lil Wayne. So that's what I think it is. And then the guys who would grow up, you may be in your 30s, you may be in your late 20s,
right,
even mid-20s even. I have twin nieces who are 24, 25-year-olds. They grew up in our heyday, you know, so the mid to late 90s, they would love the throwback hip-hop even more, which is a 24-year-old.
Right.
You know, so you kind of have to let the kids have their generation. You got to let each generation have their generation. So I'm kind of not mad at it, and you can see today there's great records out there, man. I love what some of these kids are doing. A lot of them are doing. Shit, everything coming out of Young Money is hot. Nicki, Wayne, Drake, they've been blasting them for a while now.
No doubt. And you know what, Vin? To be honest, bro, I'm still caught up in time, like you said. I still go back and not dust off my my naughty CDs and, you know, the Uptown anthems and the hip hop parades and, you know, all that stuff. Not just does it takes me back, but it still makes me feel like, you know, it gives me the same feeling I had when I first heard it when I came out. And to me, I feel like that's hip hop. Anytime that you do get a song, and not only does it stick, but it makes you feel a certain way, and it gets you off your feet, or it makes you, you know, motivated in any kind of way just by listening to it. To me, that's hip hop. To me, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, definitely. But when I hear Drake's "Find Your Love," I love it. When I hear "Successful," I just want to be successful.
Right.
That's crazy, dog. Them kids is getting it in. Are you sick? You know how many kids are getting just absorbed by that, and they're loving it. They're loving these kids, man.
Right.
They love it. And look at even Nicki. She throws back. I'm like, Nicki is an old soul, and she really shows that she's cradling 30 years old. I can tell by a lot of her references.
No doubt.
Shimmy, shimmy. You know what I mean? The joint she used right now with Eminem.
Right.
Like a dungeon dragon. That's bust a box.
Yeah, exactly.
So these kids, we can't do that. We can't cannibalize. We can't bastardize our own culture that we love so much. No other culture does that. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And it may be it may be like that in some cultures or genres. I'm sure rock and roll does that. Hey, this guy could never fucking rip that Fender the way the guy did in the 60s. You know what I mean?
No
or
doubt.
Those guys, man, they got all these electronics. They could do all of that stuff. This guy did that with a banjo. But it's not the 60s. It's not the 90s. It's 2010. Let's rock.
No doubt.
Let everybody rock. And I do believe these kids get, you know, now with satellite radio and internet and all the old school at noons all over the country every noon, every day. These kids can't get around it.
Right.
You know, Naughty by Nature, we cross their paths. Our records are playing all over the world every day, all day. And now you're getting the immediate feedback. Hey, on Facebook and Twitter, now playing, you know, I just saw you on Living Single, and you're on Living Color right now. I'm watching Meteor Man.
Right.
All of this information is out there. So, you know, the kids are enjoying, somebody that appeals to their demographic.
No doubt.
You know, it's a little ancestral for a 17-year-old to be fiending over a 40-year-old man right now. You know, I need her to check for Trey songs right now. I need them to check for Soulja Boy right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I feel you. You know, not
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.